Hi, welcome to Andre's Tech Review. I've been driving a Kia Cerato for a while now. 2-litre sedan. I would have preferred the hatch. But we're all about tech over here. So it's a 2-litre, plenty of power, nice road holding, but it's a base model. Nothing fancy as far as any of that's concerned. But it does have a safety pack and lots of cool tech to make driving safer. So you've got auto headlights, which is pretty standard on most vehicles these days, or should be anyway. But the main thing is got radar cruise control, which allows you to set the cruise control to either be 1 to 4 cars ahead of you, and it maintains the speed of the car in front of you. So you can set yours to 100 kilometers an hour. The other car in front of you would slow down to 80, but you would also be slowing down to 80. Makes it very handy. But the only problem with that kind of thing is, it's nice, but if you're in your lane and somebody else cuts in front of you to go to the other lane, your car does brake. But for more than that, it's got forward braking assist, autonomous braking. So if the radar picks up, it obviously measures your car's speed, the car's speed in front of you at any time. And if the computer works out that you are going to make contact with that car in front of you, the computer will actually slam on the brakes for you. It's a bit scary when that happens, as the pedal goes straight to the floor. But it does save you and your vehicle. And you just hope the guy behind you has got the same tech in his car. The outside of the car has got a very funky, nice look to it. You've got all LED lights and daytime running lights. Standard wheels, plastic covers. What you do have is the radar. It sits inside the back there. And then you've also got your cameras that fit in there. Folding mirrors. Area on the roof. There are sensors in the back, the bumpers as well. Up here for traffic alerts. And you can also switch the parking sensors on and off if you're standing by a traffic light or something and you don't need them, but they'll also switch themselves back on again as soon as you move forward. And obviously you've got the infotainment center, same Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, which is pretty standard. So on this side, you've got your voice assist. You can just talk to Siri or whoever you want to. Your modes, which is switching on the radios and playlists. Telephone calls, answering, and then you obviously got your favorites, and you obviously got volume up and down and track left and right. And then there's your menu, as we were scrolling through just now. There is your radar cruise, but that obviously is not going to work now. When you push the button, that gives you all sorts of arguments. It's smart cruise control can't work now because we're standing still, I suppose. And then let me zoom out a bit. There you can change the distance. So if the cruise control is on, you can actually change the distance of how far you want. And then there's your steering inputs, which is basically your lane assist. So you can make it steering wheel vibration on, off. You can actually just hold it down to switch it off completely. So inside the Cerato, it's pretty standard layout. You've got your AC, different settings. You've got power port, a normal USB, and then a special power USB. You've got drive modes, which is pretty nice. Just put the key on, the aircon off. So on the drive modes, you just push that button, then you've got Eco, Sport, Smart, and Normal. So if you hit the traffic light also, and you're on just normal mode, you can actually just push the gear lever over. So if you were in drive, you can just switch it over and it jumps into Sport by itself. Nice, okay size glove box. You got water bottles there, just your standard mirrors, no lights. You've got a sunglass holder, lights upstairs, the visor, once again no lights. These funky little round that you turn to switch on and off or close and open. You've got all your switches down here. You've got your tire monitor. You can change the brightness of the dash, but that's all pretty standard. On the dashboard here, you've got all your buttons. You've got a whole menu you could go through. For driver assistance, all the driver assistance that you need, you can change the cluster. You can go in there and you can change the wallpapers. You can change the wiper delay, icy road conditions, welcome sound, all that kind of stuff. Your lights, what happens when you open the doors, your convenience, which is the top lights, just your units and reset. It's yeah, it's a pretty extensive menu. All your warning lights, warning volumes, the haptic, which is the steering wheel vibrations. You got your forward safety, so if you go into that, you can either do the assist or the warning only, or switch it off. But if you switch the car back on again, it will revert back to standard. And you got your lane safety, so you can do your assist, warning only and off. But once again, that will also reset every time you start the car. Blind spot will also reset every time you start the car. You got parking safety, so you got your rear cross, which means if somebody comes from the side, I will show you a little video on that later. The vehicle is also fitted with a tire pressure monitoring system, so if you get this warning and the tire pressure is low, pull over whenever it's safe and make sure the tires are still, one of them is going to be flat, and then you can reset it once you have pumped it up again or fixed the puncture, just by pushing down and holding the tire pressure monitor button for 3 seconds. The vehicle is also fitted with the rear sensors, so when you are standing in a parking place, vehicles coming from either the left or the right from you, the car will see it before you do. It will vibrate the steering wheel. It will also show you on the screen, and it will also show you on the mirrors. I'm just going to hold this camera against the steering wheel so you can actually get an idea of the vibration. So yeah, now the warnings are all there, and that's fantastic because you won't reverse out of somebody driving into you. It also has the same sensors we'll use to see a vehicle. So if you open the door, the car will tell you that there's traffic coming from behind you. That's for cars and bicycles. Yeah, I just wanted to show you the radar cruise control in action. It's slowing down to the car in front of me because it's been set. I don't have my feet on the brakes or accelerator. The vehicle is doing everything for me. Once the vehicle has stopped itself, you can either push the accelerator to get going again, or you can toggle the switch on the steering wheel. That will also tell the car to go forward, and it will maintain that one car space between you and the car following. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to catch up again. But the car will slow down by itself. Also, when you're going into a collision, there's a vehicle in front of me and the car will actually warn me to say there's a collision could happen, and then if you don't push the brakes, the car will actually lock the brakes for you. It does not work on board mode for some reason. Tell me in the comments below why not. Also want to show you the lane keeping assistance. So the vehicle will lock onto the white lines on the road and will then start steering for you. Basically force your hands to actually take the corner. And it's not happy about your hands not being on it. It will keep telling you to put your hands back on the steering. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.